We just got some insane news about the future of the MCU, including characters like Miles Morales, Wanda Maximoff, the X-Men, and so much more, so let's get into all the best of it. The first bit of news is that we will eventually be getting a live-action Miles Morales, although it doesn't seem like it's going to happen for a very long time. And all this stuff comes from an interview Kevin Feige just did where he was just dropping bombs left and right, because he said Miles will appear in the third Spider-Verse film, which is in production. I hope shortly after that he can enter the MCU in live action. I know that doesn't sound definitive, but you don't say this kind of stuff as the president unless you know he's coming. And we're probably at least still 2 to 3 years out from the next Spider-Verse film, and we probably won't see him in the MCU until like another year or two after that, so this doesn't seem like it's going to be happening anytime soon. I just hope that they're waiting for Spider-Verse to be done so it's not two Miles stories going on at the same time and not the fact that they're going to bring the Spider-Verse Miles into the MCU. I think that would be terrible. Kevin Feige also said that the X-Men will be important to the MCU after the events of Avengers Secret Wars, which we did kind of know since the next saga has been confirmed to be the Mutant Saga. And I'm super excited, and I hope the MCU nails the casting of the X-Men, or at least that we do get new castings of the X-Men, because his comments of saying after Secret Wars makes me a little worried that in Secret Wars we're going to see like all the old X-Men cast members come back and then he's just going to keep them in the MCU. I don't think that's likely to happen. I just hope that's not direction he takes this, because we need a brand new set of X-Men to just be the frontier of this next era of the MCU, because the multiverse saga was just a complete flop. Let's get into the mutant era. Blade is a project pretty much everybody has written off. It's gone through so many countless writers and directors over the last couple of years, and every time it seems like it's getting a little bit into the development, they end up leaving the project and it's just delayed continually. And the last update really seemed really bad for it, and it was like we're never gonna get this movie. He came out and said that we are committed to Blade, we love the character, and we love the version that Mahershala has of him, which I don't even know if they've seen anything besides his audition tapes, because this thing hasn't even gotten filming once. But still, he says, I can say that the character will reach the MCU, not likely, so it seems like Kevin Feige is still planning on definitively having this movie, we just don't know when. I know it's hard to believe him on these comments when we have again had so many Blade updates and it just all falls through, but hopefully this time Kevin Feige is being dead serious and it's actually gonna happen. All you Wanda stans, good news out there. He was asked about the return of Wanda Maximoff, and he said, I can only say that we are excited to find out when and how the Scarlet Witch can come back, which all but confirms that yeah, she's gonna be coming back, which we all kind of assumed, because obviously her death in Multiverse of Madness, you see that little red glowing orb kind of flow out of the debris, assuming that maybe her soul or something left there so she still can come back. And Agatha all along was obviously really teasing it too, with us seeing her body and her going to Agatha maybe for help getting revived. I really am surprised she didn't come back in that series, but it does seem like it's something they are planning for in the future. Kevin Feige also went on to talk about more general things about the MCU, like the amount of output they're putting out. He says that they're going to go down to 2 films and 3 series after 2025's massive slate, which I honestly think is the right decision. I kind of wish it was 3 films and 2 series, because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the TV series are getting just way too much to keep up with. Like this year, we're going to be having 3 movies and 6 TV shows, and yes, some of these are kind of more limited things like Eyes of Wakanda and Marvel Zombies are only going to be around 4 to 6 episodes. But Kevin Feige said this is simply a coincidence because of different delays like the writer's strike, pandemic, all that stuff just built up to these projects all being ready to go in 2025, so that's why they're putting them all out in this year, and then they're going to decrease it in 2026 and beyond. I don't know if he meant to do this, but it seems like Kevin Feige also officially confirmed that the only 2 MCU movies we're going to be getting in 2026 is Spider-Man 4 and Avengers Doomsday, because these both have set release dates, with Avengers Doomsday coming out in May of 2026 and then Spider-Man 4 in July. So unless you're counting Spider-Man 4 as more of a Sony film and there's still going to be a second technically MCU film, this is all we're going to get that year. He also said that in the future more shows are going to be renewed for more seasons instead of just being like a one-time limited thing, so hopefully things like Moon Knight have more life because of this news, because we really need to see more seasons of that. Yeah, it makes sense, like people love Daredevil because you got so many seasons to spend with a character. It's smart to bring it back for a 4th one. Loki had 2 seasons, they were both great. I hope we get more of like Hawkeye and stuff like that have also been really good projects. This news kind of just came out of nowhere, so let me know all your thoughts on this stuff that Kevin Feige just dropped on us. He gave us a lot to kind of think about and know for the future of the MCU. I gotta get back to binging Arcane Season 2, this kind of interrupted me. So stay tuned for that video coming later today, and click down below to watch a video where I talk about everything that can go wrong in Avengers Doomsday.